Hello, my name is Mandy Lion. You know what to do. Beep. No, I killed Mandy because he stole one of my guns, and instead of scalping him, I went to scalp him, and all I could get was this hat. Boom. And if everybody know Mandy, you're gonna get that joke. Okay, so before I would go with my playing, I want to show you my new hobby, which is cane customization. This is my gun cane. Hopefully you can see it. Let's see if we are in focus first, because everything, I think, the past 2 times has been out of focus and people have been yelling at me again. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so on with the cane show. The cane show. Alright, so there we go. Now the funny thing about it, the stupid thing is, Burbank cops are the dumbest cops in the world next to the LAPD. Which the LAPD was so nice to, oh, never mind, I won't get into the Rodney King thing. They actually had an honor procession thing for Rodney King, the guy who led cops on a high-speed chase, endangering hundreds of people's lives, and then gets out of the car and starts dancing around like a drunk jackass, and so the cops get pissed off and beat him. I would have beat him. He needs a good beating. If his mama would have given him a couple good whippings, he wouldn't have been acting like a jackass like that. And then what do? They award him all this money, and what did he do with that? He killed himself with it. By drugs and drinking. And women will kill you too. But to get back to better and nicer good things like this gun cane. Love it. Burbank cops hate it. By the way, okay, that's what I was saying. A Burbank cop actually pulled me over in my car because he saw it in the car and it was sitting up, and he pulled me over and he says, "Is that a gun?" I go, "No, it's a cane." He goes, "All right, sir, now give me that cane slowly." I'm like, and I'm looking like to see if there's like, a candid camera, but they don't even do candid camera anymore. So I give him the thing, and we're next to the freeway now, next to Interstate 5, the major freeway that runs up California. And he goes, and he's pointing it now towards the Interstate 5 freeway, and he goes, "So if I pull this trigger, it won't fire, right?" I got a band-aid here, I cut myself. And I go, "No, it's a cane. Besides, you're pointing it." I go, "Never mind. Go ahead." He goes, "Okay, I guess you're, okay." I thought, maybe somehow. I go, "Well, now that you've already done that, I'll tell you, you're aiming it at the freeway. So if it was a gun, you probably would have killed 3 people who would have swerved into 10 more people who would have killed 100 more people, you crazy ass cop." Alright, so I bring that gun cane into my physical therapy, and one of the nurses go, "Oh, what is that, a fishing reel?" I go, "No, it's a gun." And I go, "Oh." So I go home, take apart one of my little Shakespeare fishing rod, and made a real, honest to goodness fishing cane reel. And it works. It took it up to Cat State and caught a piece of crap, a bluegill or something. But it really works. I had one here, but it really didn't need it. I still might put it back on there just because it looks better. But all I do is need this one, the tip, and so now I'm on a roll. I'm thinking this is cool. So I needed some dots to do the dots on that one Randy Rhoads guitar that I wanted to put dots on the pickups. I go, why not a Randy Rhoads cane? That also says a Jackson on it. Will the wonders ever cease that I am so dang intelligent? And there's a star saying that Randy was a star. Always will be. Now, this is when I got too cocky. And I don't mean cocky, I mean cocky. I said, I'll do an Eddie Van Halen one, because everybody calls it a bumblebee. That drives me nuts. It doesn't look like a bumblebee, because bumblebees don't have friggin', if their stripes going all over the place. That would be a retardo bee. This is a black and white, or black and yellow, striped, similar Eddie Van Halen. So this is my black and yellow Eddie Van Halen. I know this is going to be everybody's least favorite, probably, and it's my least favorite. I tried, and I got all this, because I stopped here, and I go, nah, maybe I'll do Van Halen or something, but I don't know. Anybody got any ideas, telling me? I know there's not enough small little ones, because see, I only put a few little of the smaller, because those are hard to do with tape. But that's it. So far, that's the ones that I've made. Pretty cool. Now I'm going to torture you guys for a little while with some noise, which my friend calls it, because he says you never play any songs that anybody knows, and you just do that solo stuff, and blah, blah, blah. So, guess what? Bubble butt, that's what I'm going to do again. I'll start off playing a song. What do you want to hear? See, this is a thing. I can't hear anybody. Okay. See if I know that one. So what was that? Anybody even know what that song was? I mean, it's hard because it was a lot more distorted. And I do not like the sound of this guitar. It's muddy, but it's... Because I made sure, okay, the MGs, they're real. I mean, this is a real, you know, this isn't a Chinese one. This is a real one. It's a Dean. I put in a new battery, but it just doesn't sound right. Something's wrong. I got them, and I mean, these are like brand new MGs. I mean, I got this thing brand spanking new. It's still got the plastic on the back. And this is the right. Oh boy, this thing is just gained out of its butt crack. There's so much gain cruising. Let me see. I mean, this should be just really. Got the highs pretty high on that. I'm gonna crank it up a little more. I'm gonna put in this in line. Right now I got my normal, when I played live, I only had, I know I've said this a million times, but the least amount of effects, the better, because the least that can go wrong. The least amount of things can go wrong. So if you only got a guitar going to a, what did I have? I had a little pump, a little bumper. It's an MXR. It wasn't called a preamp. It was it an MXR preamp? Might have been. Whatever it was, just give it a little boost. But I already had my Marshall set up exactly how Eddie Van Halen's were, which was take out 6550s, put in EL34 Sylvania Blue Dots, put in the 12A6 whatever, crank the bias on the preamp tubes, crank those bias up, and I think, I don't know what they did, this, you know, make sure everything was, you know, you got it aligned and everything, which I hated, I couldn't do. And that's it, really. Everything else was his effects, and the biggest, hugest, gigantic thing is the way he plays. It's his way of playing that makes him sound like him. I mean, he doesn't... Wow! Still there? Huh? Can't quite hear you. It's the way he plays. I mean, he holds the pick like this, and some people thought it was because of this, and maybe it is, because I've seen him do this and this, but I have seen him do this too. Like here. When he's up here doing... But whatever, dude. Whatever. So I'm going to put a distortion on there that seems to be really, really, really loud. But output. Okay, let's start down. Put everything down. Hello? lights are just crazy. They're like really bright blue, and they just blind you. Blind them. You know, on live too, when he does that, he's first starting his Ace Frehley, the solo, and then he does that, holds that note, and then it goes. It's like 3.5. That's what I love. So if I can remember, it's so hard to find that. That's why I'm going to do this. Oh, for peach pumpkin apple pie.
My name is Lion. I used to be in a band with the rock legend Michael D. That was my first band. It was called Trick or Treat. I don't talk about it because I used to wear a G-string, but it was the best band I was ever in. The second band I was in was called Shit on Flies. That made no sense. So we ended up calling it Guns for Hire. That turned out to be already taken, so we also called it WWIII. Oh, World War III. And I have stuck with that until people were sick of it. Now it is just a Dandelion band. And then think, Dandelion, that is strange for a man that looks like a dandelion, but not at all. What am I saying? I do not know. My hair, it is gone. Cut Dave. Oh, Mandy, I love you. I just do this so you get mad enough to call me. Actually, we don't have anything to talk about, do we? Well, we do have to try to make that album at some point. It'd be nice. Come up with one of the songs.
See, that was a UFO landing and then taking off and flying away. But the first part was the workings of a not too good song. That's why I need help. I think I'm going to let this mustache grow in, because every time I shave it, I cut myself and it looks like I got header piece on the header piece. Well, wouldn't ya know? This is more effects than I've ever used in my life. We start going into the MXR 78 distortion custom badass. Then we go into the Eddie Van Halen. Wah. Then we go into the MXR carbon copy analog delay. I love it. I love that. That's the closest to a the box that I really liked that I finally got when I got it broke. The tape echo everybody used in the world. What is it called? You know what you're saying. It. Just tell me. What? It's the what? Yes, tape echo. What was the name of that? Echoplex. And then we go to the Eddie Van Halen phaser, phase 90, with its little secret pedal button. You know what? Because they say, oh, he used it at about, oh, geez, I don't know. Everybody says he uses it from about 3 o'clock to ever 12 o'clock, 11, 9. I have it almost off before it sounds right to me, so whatever. I mean, he barely had it on. It was barely there just to give it enough color. And then we have my, oh, I love, ever since I mean, this is my first effect. I mean, I had a rack mount effect. It was a DOD, whatever. What was it? A DOD analog, something or other. It was a delay and also so all sorts of other crap. It had delay, it had chorus, but it was, you know, a 1986, 85, 86, 86, I think. And it was the top of the line at the time, but it still to me sounded like piss, and I could not see using it in live, because to me live was just something to boost it, which was the preamp. MXR, always MXR. Then I had a MXR 12 band EQ, and I had the bass and the treble cranked and the mids dumped, which I was doing way before good old you know, the guy in Pantera, Dimebag. But no way am I saying that I was even better, close to being better. I couldn't even shine his sneakers. The guy just blew my butt off. But I did see them play before they got filled dickweed, when they were all glam trying to be Van Halen. And, you know, it was cool. They were like, oh, this guy, that freaking guitar player and the drummer are freaking pretty bad. And that guitar player is amazing. And then he did his solo, and everybody just went, I don't care how much spandex they're wearing, how big that dude's fluffy afro is. That was dime. That guy is amazing. He's going to get out of that band somehow and get back to California. And he almost got into Megadeth. That would have been horrible. And soon they became Pantera with Phil. And I think Phil, if I'm not mistaken, they were all heading heavy anyways. They always like the heavier stuff, you know, so that's the way it is. I gotta cut off and get out of here, so I will talk to you guys later. 10-4, sign out. Remember, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Pacific time, blogtalkradio.com, Michael D Show, or the Michael D Rock Legend Show. Talk to you later.